The days of getting one over on the man are coming to an end. Cryptocurrency started out as a passionate libertarian movement, freedom for all. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency were meant to fight the centralized powers that be in order for people to regain their privacy. And in the early days, that's how it was. I honestly didn't even know the difference between KYC and KFC. I mean, for both, a strange old white man with white hair and an awkward beard is trying to get his hands on your money. While in the South, we gladly fork over our hard-earned money to Colonel Sanders from Kentucky, we ain't too kind to that other feller, Uncle Sam. And we have startling news from everyone's least favorite creepy uncle that means you could wind up in jail for keeping your crypto trades private. That's right, jail. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the hardest working channel in all of cryptocurrency. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and check the description for links you can use to connect with me. All right, guys, today we are going to be looking at whether or not you should be worried about actually going to jail over Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. There seems to be evidence out there pointing in that direction, and we are going to break it down for you today. And if you do end up going to jail, lucky you. I'm going to be showing you guys a new gem at the end of this video that could potentially make you enough gains to actually bail yourself out of jail this time, instead of having to call your grandpa like you did when you went to jail for swatting a 10-year-old because he grabbed Pikachu just before you could get to him in a wild night of playing Pokemon Go. I'm sure Gramps was proud. Speaking of disappointments, in a move that we all knew was coming, I have some exclusive insider information on just how the government plans to crack down on cryptocurrency traders. And it will, of course, be through the IRS. However, this might actually lead to quite a bit more than working out a payment plan. It could involve a meal plan, as in 3 squares per day. That's prison lingo, you incels. Before we get to exactly what could land you in jail, we have to go back to the beginning of 2020, pre-pandemic, the golden age of the worst year ever. On January 6th, Yahoo Finance put out an article explaining how the United States government was ready to focus on crypto and regulate it harder than Nate Dogg and Warren G. Rest in peace. This was no doubt put on the back burner as the Fed fired up the printer to handle the effects of the pandemic the best way and the only way it knew how. Print more money. Point is, who knows where this regulation would stand if it weren't for the eternal nemesis of Corona beer. They really need a rebrand. Real bad. But Yahoo reported that U.S. Senator Paul Gosar put forward legislation titled the Cryptocurrency Act 2020. Gosar was quoted as saying he was seeking regulatory clarity to the crypto markets. And by clarity, he means clarify all the points in the lifetime of an investment where Uncle Sam gets your dollars, or maybe soon to be Satoshis. But to be fair, regulation can be a good thing to protect investors from scams and insider trading. Like, insider trading isn't even a thing in an unregulated market. But that may all change soon, and it probably should, to help with the maturity of the crypto space. But let's not have any false pretenses about the why behind focusing on crypto legislation and regulation. It all comes down to how many dollars the government can take from us. Regulatory protection is but a side effect. Now, we didn't hear anything coming from the hallways of Washington regarding cryptocurrency since the pandemic struck. Suddenly, politicians had a new white horse to ride in on as our saviors. But now, in many districts in the U.S., we're starting to see a return to a semblance of normalcy. Outside of the left coast, of course. Y'all going to be stuck inside probably until after Donald Trump's 3rd or 4th term. Unless, of course, you're rioting and protesting, then you're allowed and encouraged to go outside during the pandemic. Logic, duh. But now, the word on the street is that crypto regulation may be coming out of nowhere quicker than Randy Orton. In fact, supposedly by the end of 2020, we may get detailed crypto regulation that will change the way we trade, store, transact, and cash out digital assets. So look, I have 2 industry insiders with direct involvement with the government, but obviously I got to protect their anonymity here, so I'm just going to show you what they said to me. But here's what is coming. As I predicted on this channel a month ago, the United States will be the 2nd country following in Australia's footprints by banning privacy coins. Actually, the IRS recently plotted this out by offering a $625,000 contract to someone who could crack Monero's encryption. But it's the government. If you go to a hippie college in Oregon, you can probably get a $1 million grant to study the intricacies of the female raccoon's orgasm. But a privacy coin ban makes sense from the government's perspective, they can't track it. But wait, there's more. If someone receives cryptocurrency, whether via an airdrop, a gift, staking, or any other means, then KYC must be done. KYC stands for Know Your Customer as part of regulations surrounding receiving money for investments. This is done to make sure companies aren't sending a bunch of money to themselves from 100 different sources to launder money. But remember, no matter how many times you launder $1, it will never clean off the stench from the strippers' G-strings they've occupied. I wonder how this will affect KuCoin though, because it doesn't require KYC for withdrawing less than 2 BTC per day. All companies in the wallet space are also going to be required to do KYC. But the last part I was told was particularly scary. U.S. residents will be required to report all transactions to the IRS or face jail time and fines. Like fines, I get it. I'm fine with that. That's pretty standard IRS stuff, but jail over not reporting a crypto transaction? When you live your whole life in crypto, it's pretty reasonable to believe some transactions could get left out unintentionally. But we're talking about jail. The world of digital currencies is complex. The IRS begging for someone to break XMR open demonstrates that. Here's the important thing though. Don't lie to the IRS. Don't intentionally hide your crypto. Make your best effort to do the right thing. Generally, the IRS tends to throw the book at people who are guilty of hiding accounts and cooking books. So at the end of the day, if you make your best effort to comply, you'll probably be okay. But Bitcoin holders, be prepared for scrutiny. Do the right thing now and get a crypto CPA if you need one. I use ZenLedger. If you want to try out their automated tax software for cryptocurrency, you can do that by visiting zenledger.bitboy.live. I think there's still a discount with that link. I don't even know if the link works anymore. Try it. Lastly, gather around my bit babies, and let's take a look at Gather, an up-and-coming project with huge potential. It just hit Uniswap last night. Now, this is not a sponsored segment, but full transparency, I did take part in their token sale. So, of course, I am hoping to get a big return on my investment. The launch went off without a hitch, and Gather immediately had liquidity on both Uniswap and BitHump. It was trading around 15 to 20 cents most of the day. So, what is Gather and why should you care? It really couldn't get any easier, really. You guys know how every single time I talk about a project, you think I'm only shilling it because I was paid, just like now. Even though every time I have been paid, I've disclosed. But listen, I don't take that personal because here's the thing. People hate ads. We're trained to listen and watch for cues on whether something is being promoted or it's done organically. Like your favorite Magic the Gathering podcaster, if he told a story about the place where he buys his ninja swords, you might be thinking, wow, that's awesome. Maybe they have a sweet bow staff you can get. But the moment you realize the ninja sword bit was actually an advertisement for Adult Ninjas Emporium, it immediately changes the way you perceived all of the information. I hate ads myself and even hate doing them, but Papa gotta get paid. Gather is seeking to create a new monetization model on the internet where websites and apps can earn an income without the need for advertisements. Like even with Pi Network, the crypto mining app a lot of you guys have joined me on, it has advertisements galore. As soon as I turn my mining on for the day, I close the app so I don't have to see the ads. If you want to join me on Pi, by the way, you can do that by visiting pi.bitboy.live. That's Pi is in 3.14, not pecan pie. That's how I say it. But just imagine how valuable a company would be that was able to flip the multi-billion-dollar business of advertising on its head. Now, the guy secretly monitoring your conversations at home to know which ads to send you may be out of a job, but I think most people would agree the online world would be better without ads. But to get there, we have to have a new monetization model, and Gather's 3-layer blockchain could be the solution. Their sale was oversubscribed by 2,000%. That means there was a ton of interest in this one, and if I were you, I would be paying attention. As mentioned, it's on Uniswap and BitHump. This one could be huge with 100x potential. I've always considered myself to be a gem hunter, but I guess now I'm a gem gatherer, except I'm not a lady. But now it's your turn. What do you think about the government getting ready to lay out their plan for what we can and cannot do with our own money? What is some legislation you wish they would include? For me, obviously, they should make it a federal crime to invest in cryptocurrency and not be subscribed to my channel. Better safe than sorry, Might want to go ahead and hit that button. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.